You've heard of...
Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls from the mains. Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox here. On the panel this evening is the one and only Bridgeman, and the guy's doing a bit of banging in his house is JFK. How we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, Ox here. Evening, Brisbane.
Good evening, Mr. Noisy. Can I just say a big good evening to the boys in the panel? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
At least somebody's doing a bit, Bridge, yeah?
That's true, pal.
Oh, dear.
We'll not go into the real story, yeah?
Oh, jeez, aye. Don't tell the truth, for God's sake.
How we all doing, gentlemen? You all right?
I'm good,
Bridgeman,
pal.
2 more sleeps?
2 more sleeps, pal. 2 more sleeps.
2 more sleeps. Wednesday's gone. We move on. This is the biggest game of the season, Bridge.
You better believe it. This is the biggest game of the season and it's the next one. And I'll tell you what, this is huge. Yeah, the tension's incredible. I think every single Rangers fan's feeling really, really uptight at the moment about it all, you know. And it's a case of, I think, anyway, I'm sure that a lot of them think the same as me. We've got to win. We've just got to win. As simple as that. The world's waiting on us.
Well, it is a match, JFK. It's that game. It's always about winning in it. It's, you know, it's not about performance. It's not how you play. It's just a game. It's all about winning in it.
Of course it is. It doesn't matter how you play on the day, as long as at the end they come out beating the puddle drinkers, you know. But there's a lot of downbeat about, you know, what happened in Wednesday and all. But I mean,
I think some of the actions have been OTT, mate.
oh, of course you have. I mean, I said last night, you know, I'm confident a Sunday. You know, it's not as if we get beat. It was just a poor performance second half.
Strange.
If I had to get beat, it'd have been worse.
Strange game. Just as I said, Barcelona for 40 minutes and dog and duck for the next 50.
Aye, definitely, 100% agree with you. But aye, some of the stuff that's been out in some of the forums has been absolute cank. No, it's absolutely disgusting.
Could this game be in their head, Bridge? Can you part that? Do you part that? I know it's easier said than done. Do you never know what's in people's heads?
Truth be told, you don't. I have to say that. But I would hope that as a group that they're only thinking in that game against Aberdeen, and it's as simple as that. If they're playing at the highest level here, if you allow the following game to get into your thoughts, sorry, you're not doing yourself any favours, Nara. You're not doing the fans any favours either. You've got to win. And I think we saw that the other night. We were winning, cruising, and all of a sudden somebody just flicked the switch. Done. We're finished. We don't need to worry about Aberdeen anymore. And it doesn't happen. Doesn't happen like that. That's the way I feel about it anyway. They never got back.
Well, I think the best thing we could do here is if we hear from the manager, get the press conference out the way, we might get some hints.
Yeah.
For maybe who's going to be fit. Yeah, does that make sense to you too?
Yep, when you go, pal.
Yeah, you're right.
Good for me, bud. Good for me, eh?
All right, well, get yourselves on mute. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, we've got a beezer of a tune for 10 o'clock. An absolute beezer, Bridge. Get yourselves on mute. We'll hear from your manager. Oh, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Yeah, very much so. I've always loved finals from when I was a young kid in school, amateur. Even more so since I become a professional because the trophies mean more. So throughout my life, football's always been about cup finals and success, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah.
Given that vast experience, how different is it this time now that you're a manager?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not about me and the trophies I've won during my career. This is about Rangers and the team and the players and us having or giving ourselves the opportunity to win our first trophy together. We never done that last year, which was a setback. So now we've gave ourselves an opportunity by reaching the final. The players deserve a certain level of credit for that, but now it's about going and getting over the final hurdle, which will be the most difficult, I'm sure.
Yeah, given that, how key is it to get a bit of silverware to then build on that and extend the belief that you can go on and win more?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure if we manage to do it, it'd be a huge lift for, most importantly, the supporters and the club. But we'd certainly benefit from that as a group. You know, we've been together for 18, 19 months now, and we've definitely progressed. We've become better. We're now competitive. We've shown on the European stage against high-level opposition that we can compete and win. Domestically, I think there's more respect for Rangers now. And Sunday gives us another chance to go and grab something. That's important, and I'm sure there'll be benefits from doing that.
Do you think there's been a psychological change in the squad's mindset since you came into where it's at now?
I'd like to think so. You know, I took over at a very difficult time. The team and the club had suffered for some time, and the results were very indifferent. So I'd like to think now that we've built a more consistent team, a more competitive team, but there's still challenges in front of us and hurdles that we need to get over before we're the finished article. There's no way I'm going to sit here and say that, you know, this is the level that I want, and you know, we're the finished team, and I'm happy as Larry. I want to continue to drive the standards and improve the team individually and collectively, and try and give us a better chance of being a successful team moving forward.
How's Barisic?
He's done a light session today. He's done 3/4 of that. We're very hopeful. But, you know, with respect, we've still got to do one more full session tomorrow. So Bona and a few more who were carrying knocks from Wednesday night. We'll give them all as late as possible and give them the best chance to make themselves available. I think that's important that, you know, they say to us, yes, I'm 100% fit and I'm ready, because, you know, it's going to be a tough challenge on Sunday against a good team. There's a possibility it could go further than the 90 minutes. So the players need to prove to me tomorrow in the session that they're ready, and also tell me as well. That's important.
Does he have to be at 100% to start, given the ferocity of the game and the potential for extra time as well?
I think he needs to be ready to do himself justice and find his best level. And, you know, I think he's got to think about the supporters and the club and the team rather than make a decision on ego and it to be about any individual. It needs to be, yes, I'm ready to deliver for the team and the supporters. That's the key to it.
Suggestions online that Steve Davis might be a concern as well. Is there any?
I don't read what's online. I don't get involved. Them days stopped a long time ago. You get a lot of that at Rangers. A lot of online opinion and keyboard warriors going about the business. But we've still got one full session left. I'll give you that we've got a few carrying knocks, of course, but that's probably normal coming after a tough game on Wednesday night. But we will have everyone out there in the morning, you know, trying to get through the last session. If that's the case, I should have a fully fit group to pick from, but there is one or two who are nursing knocks from Wednesday night.
Stephen, how do you approach this game on Sunday at a 1-0 final when Celtic have been so dominant in recent years domestically?
Well, Sunday's an opportunity for us to go and prove that we're capable of winning. I don't think history will have anything to do with. On Sunday, we know we're playing against a good team that have won of late. But we've got an opportunity to stop that. And that's what should excite my players, and that's what we should all be trying to do on Sunday. I've got belief and confidence that if we find our level, really good chance of being successful at the weekend. But that's not to disrespect or anything. My focus has got to be us and what we can bring. a lot of stuff comes with finals around them, especially with it being an old firm, a lot more media attention and stuff that come with final tickets and what have you, and history and people saying this and that, but it's not important. It's just important to make sure you're in the best possible shape come the kick-off of the weekend.
How do you manage that excitement among the players?
I want them to be excited. I don't think there's anything wrong with really looking forward to it and enjoying the build-up and the occasion, of course, but for me it's important that we keep them focused and they remember that it's all about what happens on the pitch over the 90 minutes or beyond.
A lot has been made about Alfredo Morelos' record against Celtic, but the form he's been in this season, you must feel he's in a different space this time around?
I think from a behaviour point of view, for sure. When he played last year, he was still in magnificent form and proved last year he was capable of scoring goals against any opposition. And that he's carried that onto this season as well. He's scoring at Europa League level quite regular. He's in great form. He's in a good place. And Sunday's an opportunity to prove that he can score against Celtic as well. I'm sure he's very excited with that opportunity.
Is that the last thing he has to do to tick off? I mean, the doubters have been, had plenty to say about him, but every time he's ticked off these challenges, is that the last thing he needs to do?
No, I don't think so. I think all Alfredo has to do is make sure he's a winner at the weekend. If we win without Alfredo scoring, that's fine. You still get the same amount of praise from me.
Stephen, do you consider yourselves underdogs for the game?
It's not important. I think it's for all the social media people and all the supporters and the media to have an opinion on who's the underdog and who's the favourite. I don't really think it matters. I think you've got two teams going in good form, both littered with good players, and that's the reason why this game's so fascinating, and there's a lot of eyes and a lot of people looking forward to the outcome of this game because it's going to be a fantastic challenge for both teams.
You've played in plenty of big games, plenty of big cup finals. Where do you think this one will rank in terms of the intense atmosphere that will be out there on Sunday?
I think this final, it's not about me for sure, is the first thing. If you're asking me about the atmosphere and the occasion, it'll be right up there. Of course it will. You're talking about an old firm. I'm sure there'll be plenty of noise for both sets of players. I'm really looking forward to the occasion and the game. And I hope I come out on the right side of it. That's all that matters really. I don't think it's one that you compare to yourself when you played in them, if that makes sense.
Stephen, what do you think you have to do differently or better from the game at Ibrox early in the season?
Avoid making individual mistakes. I think against this level of opposition, it's important we defend well and we're solid. We've got a good structure about ourselves. I think Celtic were given a big advantage in the game by us making a mistake and handing that to them. So we certainly need to try and avoid that.
And you mentioned it the other night after Pittodrie, when teams go a bit direct and sometimes your centre-backs aren't dealing with it the way you want them to. Is this something that you've concentrated on debriefs and looking ahead to this? Well,
I think as a team we have to handle that if people decide to go direct. We have to handle that on the day and accept that and deal with it better. That's across the board, not just on Sunday. But if you're to win an Old Firm in a cup final, for sure you have to be good defensively, you have to be organised, and you're relying on your leaders in the team and your defensive players to get the 1v1s right, be in the right positions at the right time, and obviously try and keep a lot of their threats in the forward areas as quiet as possible.
Sorry, I was just going to say, when you mentioned the individual mistakes, is that what your defensive record has been pretty good domestically and in Europe of late?
That stands for nothing in the next game.
Sure, but of late they have been conceding.
Yeah, but we've also been keeping clean sheets as well. We're playing at a level where you're playing against fantastic players. We're not always going to get it perfect. We are humans. Your Celtics game on Wednesday night could have been ever so different if it weren't for the last minute. So we're talking about human beings, not robots. You can't expect it to be perfect all the time in every game. But one thing's for sure, for us to get the outcome we want in this game, I'm going to need a very good defensive performance.
Is this where you need your top players to step up?
100%. My experience of finals as a player, as a fan, is you need your big players to provide big moments from an attacking point of view and a defensive point of view. Across the board, you're going to have more at it than not. Because the level and the opposition we're playing against, you can't afford to carry anyone.
There's not many of the guys in the team that have experienced occasions like this. Do you rely on guys like Alan McGregor and Steve Davis who've been over the course before to sort of sit the guys down and just tell them what it's all about and what's required?
Yeah, I think there's enough experience in the dressing room amongst the staff and the players to handle the occasion and make sure that people are looking forward to the occasion. This is what we all get involved in the game for. Experience, of course, can make you feel better about yourself from a mental point of view, if you like. But it doesn't guarantee that you're going to win the next cup final. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to win the next football match. So for my players, they should go out there with no fear, really embrace the occasion and respect it, but go and focus on the game and what job you've got to do for us as a team to get us over the line. That's got to be your focus.
Steve, just going back to when you said you've got a couple of lads carrying knocks from the other night. As things stand, are you in the doubtful or hopeful category with those players?
I'll know more tomorrow. If this was after today, like the last session was today, for example, I would definitely be saying we've got one or two doubts. But we've still got 48 hours, if you like, before the game. We've still got another session. There's more treatment to be given. So I'd say I'm more hopeful sitting here right now, but that could go either way.
It's been 8 years potentially for the fans to wait for a trophy. What would it mean to them if you can get a result?
I think you'll see that. I think you'll see that in the reaction. It's been too long for a club this size. But with all due respect, myself and the team that we've built here, I'm not responsible for that gap. We're only responsible for stuff moving forward and over the last 18 months. So we'll do everything we can to try and make them happy come the end of the game. And that's all we can try and do. But I'm sure there'll be a fantastic reaction if we manage to be winners.
Is this a perfect game for your players to maybe prove a point to any of those questioning them as well? Is this the idea?
I think as a footballer at top clubs, you're always getting questions throughout you. There's always people that want to criticise or be negative and bring you down, and that's part and parcel. You'd have to accept that. That's part of being a big player at a big club. The next game is always an opportunity to answer questions and prove people wrong, and there's no better way to do that against your big rivals on the big stage.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Just as we started that interview, the world went mad. It looks as if, and it's been confirmed, and it hasn't been confirmed on the official site, but even the national press are running with it. Steven Gerrard has signed a 2-year extension to keep him as our manager to 2024.
You are kidding me on. That's fabulous news.
Nope.
I've been saying it for the last 6 weeks. Get him well, everybody's been saying it really. If we can get him tied down to an extension, it's just fantastic. Oh, brilliant news. Thank you, Oxdale. Thank you.
Yep. I think a lot of pieces of the jigsaw are starting to fall in place after Park. I believe there's some cash coming in pretty soon. Even GFK's smashed his piggy bank, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
It's a big piggy, mate.
It's a big piggy. Well said, pal. Well said.
That's a lot of money in that bank.
Yeah.
So, great news, GFK. I mean, it looks as if it's a goer. It's not been confirmed in the official site, but it's in all the national press, all your social media. Even the bookies have got it.
It just went mad, when I was sitting listening to the gaffer there and things started to pop up. So I went looking and Twitter, papers have got it now. Everybody's So if it looks as if it is the case, that's fantastic news. That was my one fear, that if we didn't give him what he wanted as success. So that's fantastic. That tells me that there's be money going to be well spent in January and May. So that is good. So let's hope the team go out on Sunday and reward him. He's shown his loyalty, so they should go out and do the same. And I think they will. Great news, mate. Fantastic news.
They never really gave us a lot of clues who had the knocks, but the Stephen Davis one has came for all ours, so it looks a possibility. I just hope he's fit to play. He's so important for us.
I
Yeah,
agree with
well,
that, absolutely. Sorry, Fab.
It
Sorry,
was a
sorry,
very
Jimmy.
innocuous challenge, wasn't it? It was
Oh,
poor
it's
to
a
say
red
the
card.
least.
Red card.
The red card all day, as I said last night. You know, it's. I mean, whether it's in the first minute or the 91st minute, it's a bad tackle, and he should have been off the park. But hey ho, it's Rangers. It's not going to happen. If it had been another way about, but it'd have been a stone wall right off the park. So let's hope Stephen Davis. We would miss Stephen Davis. We did miss Barisic badly and all, but if we didn't have any of the two of them, you know, a definite miss. So
I suppose you've just got to look at it that it would be Jack Kamara and Hartfield or a Rebo, depending on the mix, and they would just have to stand up to the cudgel, you know. But it can happen. It can happen during the game as well. Bridge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I mentioned a wee bit last night. I think it's another scandal. That's 2 games in a row. A key midfielder in Scottish football, who could in fact be up there among the Player of the Year. You know what I mean? And this 2 games in a row he's been targeted. 2 games in a row. They're trying to take him out. Sorry, that's not right. That's not right. People, the compliance officers should be looking at that and nipping these people. Hey,
Compliance officer, don't get me started. Anyway, if people want to join us, these are thoughts on the fantastic news. It's broke the night. What's the number, JFK?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us? Rich?
they can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online and the wonderful Old School Blue, or his partner Foxy will bring them in and look after them and enjoy yourself.
Talking about Fox, he's joined us. Evening, Fox.
Sorry, mate, I'm tied up at the Rangers Radio Christmas party. I'll not be able to take part tonight.
Tied up? Who's with you? Skipper, no tie birds.
Aye, and all the sombreros. It's a Spanish team night, and all the sombreros went up when we heard that news that you had there of Steven Gerrard. So
right.
I'm very, very happy. Can I get back to my drink now?
Have you pulled any crackers?
Bit early for that, pal.
Are you planning to do it later?
Has he got any crackers, Oxchair? Has he got any crackers?
With cheese, mate. With cheese, mate. We've also been joined by Stardog. Evening, Stardog.
Evening, troops.
Hi, Stardog. How you doing, bud?
Aye, no bad, mate. No bad. Just listening to the news there. No surprise, mate. No surprised. I've always been one that said I don't ever see him, not ever, but no anytime soon, mate. I think there's only one place he's going to go for Rangers, and in my eyes, that's not going to happen for another couple of seasons yet anyway. So, no surprise, mate, but delighted all the same. But in my eyes, mate, there was never any fear of us losing this guy. He's such a loyal person, mate. He really is, and his heart's really at this club. And like I say, there's only one club going to be able to take him away from us, mate, and that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Aye, great news for a lift for the supporters, but obviously does he put the ball in the back of the net on Sunday, JFK, yeah?
Aye, I mean, it's fantastic, as you say now, but I'll give the team a lift for Sunday, no doubt, and obviously I'll give all the Bears, whether we're at the game or watching the telly or whatever, or watching pubs or whatever. It's a great bit of news. It's like if it is a true story, which looks likely, then it just gives us that wee extra lift. It's good to have a positive story before we play the puddle drinkers instead of the negativity that comes out for other quarters to try and dampen our spirits.
There's still a few hours to go before.
Well, there's still a few hours to go, aye. Well, there is a party going on at Foxy, so we never know. Might be a bit of scandal for there, so we never know. We'll keep you posted on that.
In the Daily Sport, Rangers Radio presenter. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
Oh, Daily Sport. Oh.
That's his favourite paper.
You're kidding.
You'll hear from my lawyers tomorrow morning.
I'll tell you what, you don't need to worry about your lawyers. I'll be chatting your door tomorrow. We'll get this sorted once and for all.
Is that a square go at noon, is it?
But one a Coke will get you.
Well, a wee things to. I don't know if this will have any bearing on the team on Sunday, but Graham, my big boy Graham, you all mate, was up at the public dump at Doss Home, Oxshire,
Yes.
and you never guess the car that came in behind him. Big Philip Hollander.
Was it?
Aye, I got his phone to take with him. Aye,
All
he
right.
had a wee chat
Anyway,
with him.
we've been joined by a caller. We've also been joined by Rudy, but I'll take the caller first if that's all right, Rudy.
Aye, fire away, mate.
You go back to your chip supper, fish supper. Come back in a minute, right?
Okay,
How we
mate.
doing, caller?
Evening, guys. It's Scott 1970 here.
How you doing, Scott? All right?
Aye, I'm fine, thanks. Aye, how are you guys? All
What
right?
about that news?
Aye, brilliant, fantastic, eh? Aye, can't get any better news than that before a cup final. It's really good to see, and obviously there must be somebody coming in with money. I think maybe January if he's signed a contract now, like, you know.
Already told you, mate. JFK's opening the piggy bank. That's the start of it.
Aye.
It's happening.
Aye. We'll go for champagne on Sunday anyway after the game.
Yeah. So obviously, Scott 1970, you were obviously conceived just after Big Derek scored the winner.
Yeah, you're right, aye.
One of Derek Johnson's own.
Just, aye, you're right, aye. My favourite like having a player right enough.
How do you think it's going to go on Sunday, Scott? What's your thinking?
I was pretty confident up until Wednesday night. I know there was a couple of horrors in defence.
But really confident after 35 minutes?
Aye, well, they played brilliant. Aye, they were outstanding. The European games as well, they've been really good as well. I just think, I know there's been a lot of talk last night, as we were talking about it on the show, about changing the defence, but I don't think he'll change the defence. I've seen a bit of the training today in Barisic. I've seen him doing some light training, so hopefully he'll be fit. Because I think the game the other night, I think they clocked onto Tavernier. He was getting a lot of space in the first 35 minutes. And I think they switched the boy over to the right-hand side. And after that, with nothing coming down the left-hand side, because Flanagan had to cut back on his right foot all the time. And I think that's what kind of caused a wee bit of the trouble in the second half, because with nothing coming down that left-hand side, and Barisic has been excellent this year with his balls in from Morelos and that. I don't know what you guys think about that.
I would have personally. I heard JFK last night, and I thought Flanagan had gone after an hour. He tries hard, and Andy Halliday obviously left-footed, could have brought you a wee bit more there, just because it's natural for him, and also fresh legs. I would have made that substitution. I know JFK agreed and said the same thing last night.
Yeah.
Is that what you would have done, Scott?
Yeah, I think, because if you looked at Flanagan, every time it was kind of taking the momentum out of the attack. They were going down the left-hand side, and there was somebody cut in all the time. And then, as you said, after an hour, it was like, that one he cleared, and it went about 100 miles up in the air. And the goal and all, I thought there was 3 players in the corner, I think. We lost a bad goal for a throw-in. I think it was Kent, Brian, Jack, and Flanagan was one of them. And they just all stood ball watching. But I'm not too, it might be a good wake-up call for us, actually, that maybe. I know it was a bad result for us, but it might be a good wake-up call for Sunday. But I don't think, I would like to see Stewart get a game on Sunday on the right-hand side, because Ojo, for me, hasn't been doing it at all. And I was surprised the other night, and the guys were talking about that as well last night, that he brought him on instead of Stewart. Stewart came on on Sunday and get 2 goals for us. And I just think he's capable of getting a goal when he comes on, but we'll just wait and see. I don't know if Davis is going to be fit. I'm not surprised after the last 2 tackles he's on the last 2 games, man.
Bad tackles, weren't they? Bad tackles.
Oh, terrible. I watched that game the other night, and I couldn't believe Cosgrove had at least 5-6 challenges in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And Bean went over him and said 4, but he couldn't either, because it was actually 5 challenges. But it's happening every game now. They're just cloggers are out to get us all the time, and somebody's going to get a really bad one. I think Bridgman was saying that last night. But I'm still confident for Sunday. I don't think they're a great team at all. And I think if we go at them, I think that the first game at Ibrox, we sat off them. They picked the wrong team. I think the manager knows that himself. I just want to see us get in their face and have a right go at them, because I think they're there for the taking on Sunday. I don't know what the other guys think of that in the panel.
Yeah. I'll tell you what you've asked to Rudy Bear, because Rudy's joined us. Rudy?
All right, Ox, Jeff.
I thought the first 35 minutes of that game on Wednesday night was some of the best football we played this season. I was thinking, we're absolutely flying here. You know, second goal goes in, I'm thinking, brilliant. Another goal, game's over with. And then they get their first one, absolute comedy of errors defending for me. I don't know. Just don't get what they were trying to do there. Because in at half time, and I'm texting my big mate and I'm saying to him, it's all right, it's 2-1. We get ourselves together at half time, pull the shokes up, chest out in the second half, couple of goals, back down the road with the 3 points, get ready for the cup final on Sunday. And then I sat and watched, I couldn't believe what I was watching in that second half. And I think it was you who said, Ox, possibly, when I listened back in the archives, it was you that said, once you take your foot off the gas, it's hard to get it going again. And I think what
whether it's consciously or unconsciously, mate, you do it.
I think there was a few on the park, Ox, and I think they had, in the back of their minds, they had Sunday, they'd gone 2-0 up, they were absolutely cruising, and they're thinking, we've got this game won, that's it, it's won now. And they just unconsciously, as you say, took their foot off the gas. And once you do that, as you say, Docs, it's hard to get back into the game again once you've done that. They should have kept driving, playing. Some of the passing was fantastic for the first 35, 40 minutes of that game. But as I say, when they got that first goal, the second half performance was just abysmal. And that can't happen on Sunday.
What about Scott's comments on the team for Sunday, Rudy?
Well, I don't. I mean, I was a bit nonplussed about like everybody else, the substitutions on Wednesday night. You know, I would have brought Greg Stewart on. I thought Greg Stewart came on against Hearts and played really, really well and bagged himself 2 goals. So I'm sitting there thinking, right, we need a goal. We've got Greg Stewart on the bench. It's 2 each. We've got Greg Stewart sitting on the bench. We've got Jermaine Defoe, the second highest goal scorer at the club, and yet none of them got in the park. I didn't understand that. I'd play Greg Stewart at the weekend instead of Ojo. I'm a wee bit like everybody else with Ojo.
Ojo's one of my all-time favourites, mate. And
as I said last week, a new all-time favourite for you.
One of my all-time favourites. I win the game again for the Boys Brigade, mate.
But Greg Stewart, I'd rather have Greg Stewart. He knows Scottish football, and I think he'd get you more goals than Ojo ever would. I don't think any of the two of them will start. There you go. I think Arfield and Aribo will be in front of them. Well, I think you're probably right, Ox. But Scotty Arfield for me. I know he got a goal on Wednesday night, but well, I suppose you could say the same thing about most of the team, but he was non-existent after that for me, Ox. He really was. Even though for the first maybe 30 minutes he played well, and then after that, you know,
disappeared.
Aye. Yeah. I think Greg Stewart would bust an absolute gut on Sunday if he got a start.
The boys get. I think he's got ability, but I just think to be top level, and I'll go to Stardom because you might have seen many of them. Greg Stewart's got ability, but he just if he had the pace of Ocho, he'd be some player.
Aye, definitely, mate. But I mean, for me, I think Greg Stewart's also got something to prove, mate. I think as Gerrard said, he was very, very close last weekend to starting. He came on off the bench. He taken his 2 goals well. I was so shocked he never appeared there night, mate. Obviously we've got to go back and talk about Wednesday, but I'm still disgusted, mate, if I'm honest with you, in the team. I'm disgusted with the defence. I was disgusted in John Flanagan. I can't believe how much we missed Borna Barisic, and to think that we actually preferred Flanagan at one point to Barisic is absolutely crazy, but that just shows you how much form can change. I'm not looking forward to Sunday, mate, and I'm just going to say it. I'm not looking forward to it. I think we shot ourselves in the foot on Wednesday night. I don't think we have any leaders at the back. I really don't. Connor Golson, mate, I know folks say, he's played every game and he's been consistent and he's the reason we're there, but that's standard for me, mate. If you're a Rangers defender, you're expected to be solid at the back most games. I don't know. I don't know, mate. Connor Golson gives me the fear. He honestly does. See the rest of the team. I know there's players out there. Your Ryan Jacks, your Ryan Kents, Morelos and that. They'll all be there 100%. But it's just Golson gives me the fear. And Gerrard believes in him so much, mate. And it worries me on Sunday. He does. It really does worry me on Sunday.
He always seems to be the first name on the team sheet. Stardog.
I know, but you know, if anybody else doesn't perform in that team, mate, they're automatically out, and rightfully so. And I just don't see why he's any different. And I don't have anything personal against him, mate. I just think, you know, Katic has never done anything wrong, and this isn't me shouting for Katic to come in on Sunday. For me, I think it's went too far now. He has to keep the same defence. But, you know, when do we turn around as Rangers fans and say, look, he's got to be out the team, because we've no held back with anybody else, and I'll put Ojo in there. Ojo hasn't performed, do you know what I mean, in some games, and we've been the first to say, look, this isn't good enough, and we've said that about other players as well, but Connor Golson seems to get a pass for the majority of Rangers fans as well. The only person on here I really hear about moaning about him the same way I do is Albier, and he seems to back up everything I say. We've got to get rid of this stupidness at the back. You're not a ball-playing defender, you're a stopper. Stop trying to play football. Leave that to the rest of the team, because you're jailbait. That's what he is.
Can I come in on that, Alex?
Yes, for one ball playing centre half to another one.
Why? One ball playing centre half enough. Can I just say, we haven't been very nice to Rudy Bear. Rudy Bear, you never told us what you had for your dinner tonight.
Oh, it's Friday, Bridge. You don't ask.
That's all right. The whole world. Oh, you don't think you had fish and chips, do you?
Ah, it's Friday.
The man eats Michelin.
It's Friday. Him and all his school chums.
Come on, Rudy, out with it.
Well, we're out tonight, Bridgeman, again with a couple of friends. I had a lovely Aberdeen Angus steak burger. It was beautiful.
Yourself, pal.
I had mushrooms and bready mushrooms and some nice big half a tomato, some peas and chips with it. It was great. So it was.
Well done, pal. Thank you for that, because I think the whole of Rangers Radio's world. All the listeners were waiting to hear what you had for your dinner tonight. They love to hear it. Can I just say on the
best with that? Big Stevie for the drum. Big Stevie for the drum. He's like that. He's telling us that he's missing. You're telling him what a tea he's looking
on the football, I have to say, I've great sympathy with people saying that Mr. Goldson did not shine last night. And there was parts of the game he was just rank rotten, but there was other parts of the game he did very well. I don't think I've said this, and I've said it all along. The level of player that we've got.
When did he do well?
He did no bad in parts of the game. The first 40 minutes we were excellent, and he was part of that.
Come on,
no
Bridge.
problem.
You're meant to perform well. You're at standard, mate.
Whoa! As soon as they started putting the high ball up, we just couldn't cope with it. And we didn't cope with it, and it's as simple as that. We didn't, and I've got no excuses for him, no excuses whatsoever. The mistakes are the mistakes. We're going to go through that. I'm trying to say to you, with the quality of players that we've got, you're going to get mistakes. You're going to get mistakes. These guys aren't the world class players, and not even top European class. They are not a great quality player. They're a good quality player for us, for our team, and for our manager going forward and now. But if we're going to, shall we say, take a Golson, and we need to get someone to improve on him. So it's going to cost you another few quid to go and buy or invest in. Somewhere along the line, we're going to have to go somewhere and get a really good centre-half with all the qualities that you're looking for, and pay this at a minimum price, and then get them trained up into the Rangers way, or be lucky enough to have a few quid and go into the marketplace and buy it.
He might be at the club.
I'm saying it could in fact be there, and we've invested in it. I'm happy to go any way, whichever way it is. But no matter what happens, we have to raise the quality. But we have to raise it.
Bridge. 80 minutes of the show left.
Right, okay.
JFK. 80 minutes. Wednesday's gone.
Wednesday's gone. The manager's got
Sunday.
The manager's got a big decision to make on Sunday, isn't he? You know, obviously that if there's potentially 2 players injured, we'll all be debating who would fill the shoes and our boots. And then there is a big debate out there about the way the team played and the back four played. Would the gaffer change it? I can't see him changing.
Anyway, JFK, we've been joined by another caller.
Okay.
Evening, caller.
Hi there.
How we doing? Who is it, mate?
It's Alan.
How we doing, Al? All right?
All right, pal. Just thought to give you a phone call just to let you know that there's news breaking tonight that Gerrard just about to sign a new contract with the Rangers up till 2024.
Cheers, mate. If you listen to the archives, you'll see we announced it 20 minutes ago.
I just watched you.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks for letting
what
us
do you
know,
think of that
mate.
news?
Good news for you.
Well, definitely. Hopefully that means that hopefully they get a bigger investor.
Aye, well, as I said, GFK's opening the piggy bank.
Yep.
Aye, definitely. And same as Albert.
Albert, no, that's a different kettle of fish. That's a different kettle of fish.
You'll not get any piggy bag opened by Albert, no chance.
No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say Albert was tight. I would say he was very, very careful.
Aye. Well, we should have him running the club then.
Aye.
I thought these are a quick call just to let you.
Right, brilliant, Al. Brilliant, Al. That's great news, Scott. That's great news about Steven Gerrard.
Oh, aye, fantastic guy, can't he? Sorry. Hopefully that gives the team the boost to get into Sunday's game, knowing that their manager's tied in for a lot longer now, instead of having a bit of all this kind of thing where he's been linked to Arsenal, like Derby and other clubs, and now that he gives the team a bit of a peace of mind that going forward he's committed. Maybe actually give him a bit of a commitment to him as well.
Aye, if he keeps the upward curve going in the next 18 months, I don't know where we'll be. It'll be frightening at the same level. When you come, Scott?
I was just going to say, he certainly he steadied the ship at Rangers, and he's brought a different kind of attitude. And even if you watch the open training as well, the class the man's brought, it's like back to the old kind of Rangers managers. And I'm delighted he's going to be here for another 2 years. Hopefully we are 55 in the bag and a trophy on Sunday as well. And I can't wait for Sunday, honestly. I think we're going to win the game. I'm going for 3-1 Rangers. I'm confident.
3-1?
Aye, 3-1. And I think Morelos to score 2 goals. I think he's going to break his dot against them on Sunday.
Right, okay.
I'm going to get going, guys.
All right.
I need to go and pick your wife up. She's on her night out, so I need to go and pick her up. So.
Oh, aye, one of they ones.
Aye, one of you ones. So I can get out on Sunday, boys. No, you know that.
Aye, clear, right. Right, listen, Scott, enjoy
the show, guys.
And enjoy
your
weekend,
work,
mate.
Keep up the good work. Are you show on Sunday? Have you got a show on Sunday?
Yes, there will be a show on Sunday, mate.
Right,
there will be a show. I might go on for about 9 hours if we win.
Right, enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Cheers. Thanks for taking the call.
Mate. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Thanks.
Stardog, everybody's going to be buzzing with the news about Gerrard. A lot of people will be putting 2 and 2 together. It does look as if investment's coming into the club.
Yep, it sounds exciting, mate. I mean, personally, I'm delighted, but honestly, I'm surprised. But I mean, it's great to secure him there, mate. I think he really has fell in love with the club. I mean, what he's done with the squad, I know we're disappointed with during the week and things like that, but in the big picture, mate, he's been nothing short of fantastic for us. His brand alone has put the club right back up there. We're playing brilliant football in Europe as well, so it's great, mate. And if he's willing to move forward with the club and keep taking us in this direction, mate, I mean, I would have him forever. I really would have him forever. I can't get enough of the guy, mate, to be honest with you. He's just a total professional in everything he does, and he's a loyal character as well, and they're hard to come by, mate, especially in management these days. If you look at what goes on elsewhere with people jumping ship left, right and centre and things like that, you know 100% you're never going to get that with this guy, mate. It's just not in his character at all, and never has been.
He's just a class individual, JFK, a bit like yourself.
Yeah, certainly is. It's no 2 peas in a pod there, mate. You're 100% right. You know,
you jobby.
Jobby? Where did that come from?
Bushman, can you watch that?
That's him.
Yellow card, Bridge.
Yellow card. Class act to say the least. I mean, we know the pedigree of Steven Gerrard, know his playing career and that for England and Liverpool. So I think he's brought a lot of that to Ibrox. I mean, you did say yourself, and I agreed with you, that it's got a lot of similarities to 1986-87 when the great Graham Souness came to Ibrox. So let's hope this goes that way. You know, I'm the same. I'm confident in Sunday. I'm going for a high scoring game. I'm going for a 3-2 to the Rangers. with Alfredo breaking his duck. I think
the 84 Kent final. Alfredo hat trick, like the alley hat trick. 84.
I'll even do for a sclaffy all of 2 inches.
Side one.
That would do me. You know.
Anyway, we've been joined by George. Evening, George.
Right, lads, I'm going to head. We're all right.
Let me just say cheerio to Alan, George, and we'll bring you in. Cheers, Alan. Thanks for joining us, mate.
No
Thanks
problem,
for the call.
Keep up the good work. Solicit news every night. From me.
Cheers, Alan. All the best, pal.
Cheers, pal.
Once you get finished with the medication, mate, you'll be all right. No, to listen to us. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the call. Evening, George.
How's doing, boys? All right?
Hey, George.
Aye, mate. Aye. I was pretty low.
Hey, George.
That news broke about 9:10, George, and I'm buzzing.
Aye, that's the thing, Ox. For me, I think a lot of people. I'll go back. I'll give them a wee hang. But Wednesday, I think a lot of people were going out the top score predictions and things like that. Ox. I never ever said we were going to go up there and do anything because we didn't ever really go up there and run amok against that lot. I think it was Jimmy said that's your cup final, and it proved that was your cup final. We never showed up. Too many people in our team just didn't look interested, maybe had minds on cup finals and things like that. So that's fair enough. And I can understand why people would be as confident as they were because the way we've been playing Ox 10 games in a row, beating Porto and Feyenoord and things like that, beating everybody that's in a road. So I can understand why people were that confident. For me, going up there is always a hard one. But we dust ourselves down. It was a bad day at the office and we go for Sunday. And I think we're going to Sunday. By the way, we're going confident again because we can we're better than it was on Wednesday. I don't think there'll be a great deal of changes in the actual team. If I'm honest, maybe 1 or 2, probably 2, I would think. But am I confident for Sunday? Of course I'm not overconfident, but if our team plays Ox, we can get anybody again on their day. So I'm really looking forward to it for Sunday.
I will see, George. What was the changes for you, mate? You're hoping obviously Barisic comes back, I would imagine.
I would hope Barisic, and I'm not want to keep going on about Ox. I really am not want to keep going on about it because it sounds like a broken record, and I hate when people do it. For example, Tavernier seems to get it, but for me, Scott Arfield, he's just no showing up. I can't he scored the other night and things like that. He probably had a good 35 minutes if we're honest, but I think I don't like him in the team if I'm honest, Ox. I think he should be out the team. And we should go with a stronger midfield. And maybe on Sunday he'll play further forward, which is fair enough. But for me, I would bring him out the team, and I would definitely put if Barisic is fit, I would definitely put Barisic definitely back in the team.
Mm-hmm. I think if Arfield plays, then he's been the effective games and he's played for him. He's played tight on Brown. We'll give him any space, Rudy, and that was his best performance. Rudy, I'll cut across you. We've been joined by a caller, mate. All right, mate. How we doing, caller?
How you doing, guys? It's Ronnie here.
How we doing, Ronnie? What's your point, mate?
No bad. It's just a wee point about the game the other night there. But it's a game. It's actually a point I've been noticing about us as a team over the season since we lost Candias. We don't have anything up the right, but if they shut down the left, it totally kind of shuts us down because, like I say, it stifles Jack and Davis for their out boys, and that's exactly what McInnes done to us on Wednesday night. There, he totally shut down Flanagan. Well, I've always thought Flanagan always looks to come in. He goes up to the halfway line, looks into the middle, and then goes backwards for the ball.
He's not comfortable there. He's not comfortable. So your point is that who's going to play outside right or right half on Sunday?
Well, I think Barisic has got to play, and if he doesn't, as you said earlier, it's got to be a left-sided player because Flanagan is definitely not the answer. He's not the answer because teams know now that we're playing with somebody that is a square peg in a round hole up the right side. So they've not got anybody. They know we've not got somebody to back up properly Tavernier, and it's stifling Tavernier's game. Hence the reason he's making his mistakes or whatever else, because he's pushing too much forward without any proper support. You know, he's either got Aribo or Arfield up that right side, and they're just no cut out for that. You know.
I think the idea is that Jacob Davis slides in for all. I'll take that one to Fox, who watches Tav closely, Ronnie. When you go, Fox, you might come in and take that one.
Do we miss Candias? We miss Candias' pace, as Ronnie had mentioned earlier on. But Tav's good at carrying it up the right. We just need to get the right person in front of him. And that seems to be a problem at the moment. We've tried Ojo there, we've tried Greg Stewart there, we've tried Arfield there. And I think that when the young Irish boy is up to fitness, he'll come into the side and provide that pace in front of Tav. And meaning that we'll have a threat with Kent on one side and Jordan Jones on the other.
Aye, definitely, Fox. I'm looking at it now, but in the now we don't have that. We don't have that option. Even your man Murphy, we don't. No, he could switch out to that side. We don't have that option right now, and this is where we're suffering. That's the point I'm making. And it was absolutely amplified on Wednesday night there when Barasic was out, because we'd absolutely nothing from up the left either. You know.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see Jordan Jones in the side. And come Sunday, mate, that might be the surprise package, aye.
Oh, quite a gamble, Fox.
Is he not injured?
Aye, got another injury there.
Got another injury, aye.
Aye, got another injury on Wednesday.
I think the manager said he would have a full squad to pick for if the other doubts, and we're taking the doubts to be Barisic and Steve Davis. So I think he's back to fitness.
Oh, well, that's really good news. That's really good news.
I can't see him playing, Fox. I can't. He's not kicked a ball for.
I think Jordan Jones has already been ruled out. I think he's just no count on him because he's already ruled him out the other day, because he said that would be him for another couple of games, didn't he?
Remember, it's 40 on Friday. He's been at the Vody, hasn't he?
Remember, the game we played, the Puddle Drinkers in September, you know, I don't think the manager will let that happen again. He made the biggest boo-boo, I think, of the season when he decided to put Fred on the bench and play Jermaine Defoe and instead,
five,
you know,
five midfielders.
The players, I mean, just looking at the team that day, I mean, it was Alan McGregor and Nikola Katic, and then obviously in the middle with Ryan Jack, Joe Aribo, Glenn Kamara, Stephen Davis, with Jermaine Defoe up front, you know. So I hope he doesn't. I don't see him, you know. Although Fred doesn't get the service on Wednesday, I'm 100% certain he'll play for a start. He's got a big decision to make.
Challenge in the first 10 minutes of that game as well. It could have been a red card that never even got shown a yellow.
Well,
Callum McGregor's challenge.
Aye, we dissected that quite a bit last night, Stardog, and we were on agreement that whether it's the first minute or the 91st minute, it's a bad tackle, and you should have walked for that. But do
we need to be more streetwise then?
You've said it all the time. You say we need to be streetwise, need to be smart.
When the decisions are there, and well, I'm not saying you get round the referee because the tackle's so bad. You can't do it for just a foul. But the Davis tackle was a red card.
Shocker, absolutely.
I'm talking about, see, the first All Firm game of the season, Callum McGregor put in a shocking challenge in the first 10 minutes at Ibrox as well. I think it was on Jermaine Defoe, mate. But I mean, that was a red card offence for me as well.
We don't react. George, we're a nice team.
Aye, that's probably right. We probably need that wee bit put back into us. And getting the refs on and think about it. But I can't everybody saying we should have had penalties and things like that. We drew 2 each. We need to move on to that next. Again, it's hard because we were on such a good run. We wanted to keep close to them going into this next game. But my mate said to me the other day about penalties, I said, boo-hoo, the game's on done with. We never showed up, and that's what happened, Ox, if we're honest about it. I mean, we've all been shouting and bawling about Ryan Jack and Ryan Kent and wee Freddie and our team really, Marosi, and our centre halves are starting to look like a pair in that. I know I've dropped points in this whole we're not so happy with them. Well, for me, Ox, I'm still over the moon with them. But last you one, if Barisic doesn't make it, is it just Flanagan straight in there? Is there any chance of Halliday playing, Ox?
For me, I would go with Flanagan rather than Andy to start with, but I would think that you'd have to be sensible and you might gone on Wednesday. I'd have took Flanagan off after an hour. Personally,
definitely.
You know, it might be different. They might have a different kind of game, and they might get through the game. But I thought that was a mistake by the manager. That's in hindsight. You know, if we get the penalty, we go and win the game 3-2.
Flanagan, Ox, looked to me like he was running. I like Flanagan, but he looked to me like he was running on sand. So he did.
He's not played since August, mate.
One boss that he should have got to, Ox, and you could see him really struggling to get to it. And I said to my mate, he's just not up to it at all, you know what I mean? And as you say, he's not played since August. I think he's one of the players that I would have gave a wee bit of leeway as far as Wednesday night goes. There's a lot I wouldn't, but I would be Flanagan because I think he was dropped in there. Tough game at Pittodrie against a bunch of hammer throwers, you know what I mean? A team that are not really up for playing football against us because they know they can't. And as for the refereeing decisions, I was raging at the time with some of the refereeing decisions. The fact that Cosgrove, how did he stay in the park?
Wait a minute, I've got this magic finger, right? If you mention Wednesday, we've got a cup final coming up. Any more Wednesday mentions, you'll get the finger.
Rudy,
is that fair?
Quick question. The general feeling consensus in a lot of forums and other is about Goldson and Hollander. Would you change that in any way?
No, I think it's too close to Sunday, Jimmy. See, if this had been like maybe 2 weeks ago and you had another game or two in between this and the cup final, I think you could think about putting Big Katic in there because, as Stardog keeps saying, the boy's not done much wrong when he's played for us. So I think then it's different because you give him a couple of 90 minutes, you see how he goes and you think, right, he's all right, he's up for it, this boy, he's playing well, you know. It's just too close to the cup final, Jimmy. I think you've still got to go with him. And I'm loath to say that about Goldson because I've been feeling uneasy about Goldson for quite a long time now, so I have like a lot of the guys I've said on here in the last sort of 48 hours. So, but I do just think it's too close to the cup final, Jimmy. I think you have to go with him.
I think if he gets the nod that the big French Eddie's playing, I think he'll play Katic instead of.
You think so on Sunday, Jimmy?
If he's got French Eddie playing, I think he'll play him.
I can't see him changing the two centre halves. Anyway,
never said the two, just the one.
Get yourself some mute. Old School Blues got a new tune for this.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
You've heard of Rangers, the famous Glasgow Rangers, that team of giants who come from Ibrox Park. They've won honours from Russia to Australia, but now at Hampden they're gonna make their mark. The Scottish Cup will soon be in their hands. John was the proudest in the land. The Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score, Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers. We are the people and there's really no denying that they've been trying to put us out the cup. With men like Greg and Fearless, Andy Jardine, Gerrard has been impossible to stop. The skills of Millard, Forsyth and McKean, they'll need a hurricane to stop our team. And the Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score, Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers, ball, ball, ball. There's wee Tommy, Colin, Jackson and Big Peter. He's got hands to stop an avalanche. Johnson, Derry, Palin and McDonald. Ach, it's a doddle for Wallace and the boys. The chant of easy, easy from the fans. The Jets are really gonna get into them. And the Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score. Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers for power. La 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 la. Viva El Rangers. La 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 la. Viva El Rangers. La 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 la. Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers por favor. Rangers!
Hooray! Brilliant! Viva El Rangers! Brilliant! Well done, old school blue. Brilliant.
Right, we'll go around the panel. Simple answer: hit or miss. JFK.
Absolute hit.
Bridge.
Hit.
George.
Hit for me.
Rudy.
Hit for me.
Fox.
I'm not sure about that one.
Ronnie.
First time ever I've heard it. Absolutely spanking brand new for me. Hit. And I'm 53. I'm 53 and I've never heard that before in my puff.
It was for the treble in '76. Stardog.
Viva El Rangers there. That was brilliant, man.
I wonder what the lobby are saying. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Oh, that's going to be a hit all round, surely, man. That's a cheery wee tune.
There's quite a few misses.
And it's in the lobby.
Even made Ronnie happy.
Aye, quite a few.
Aye,
Even
the
somebody
cheese is
says
flowing in here.
that's horrific. I'm not going to name him, but that's horrific.
This sense of humour. I bet they don't like the Clash, JFK.
Oh my god. Go with the flow, man. But I've heard
Right,
worse songs than that.
We've got a great record against them in the League Cup finals with the Peace.
It's not that one you just played.
No, that's not a great record, no.
Well done, Fox.
So you got a great record against them. You go 70, 75. League Cups made people for us. Derek Johnston, Ali McCoist, Yelovich got a winner. Big Goff got a winner. Davy Cooper penalty. Ali McCoist hat trick. Who else have we got? 2002, 2003. Was that Michael Moles got a winner that day? When Big Carson missed the penalty.
Loving Cranston, can he just scored that day?
Is it Loving Cranston? Can he just 2003? Is Gary with us?
Yep.
Gary?
Yep, I'm in. Aye. How you doing,
How we
Guy?
doing, mate?
Good. It's amazing what a contract extension does to your feelings about Sunday.
Oh no, that's nothing to do with that. That was that show that done that, mate. That
Aye.
record. What's on your mind, mate?
No, it's just about Sunday. By the way, the song was a hit. And everybody on Facebook's saying it's a hit as well. So, you'll be happy to know that.
Already?
No, it's Sunday. I think you'll find Barisic will be in the team. I think he'll give him to the last minute. I think he'll make it. The only thing is, in his press conference today, I noticed he said that there's no one guys just turning up just for the sake of it. He wants to know that when he speaks to them, that they're 100% going into the game to win the game, which is good to know, because you wouldn't want any guys just going in there 50%. Needing everybody obviously 100% on Sunday.
You don't see Gerrard taking chances with people's fitness often, Gary, do you?
No. I obviously, because he's been an ex-player as well, he would never want to put anybody's obviously either career at risk or whatever, or have them out longer, if you mean.
But one point in the presser, did they not actually say that they'd actually leave it up to the player to decide whether he was fit or not?
Aye, which is really good, isn't it? Come for your manager.
Aye. So he's looking for the player to be honest with him. And let's not kid ourselves on. Even if you were 75% fit and you were playing in the final against the puddle drinkers, you're not going to tell the gaffer that you're only 75% fit, are you? So, what I think he's doing here, he'll be a test here. No, if you're hungry for it, go for it. I mean, obviously Steven Gerrard played with an injury in some of the games he played for Liverpool and England. So, aye, I'm hopeful Barisic will be there. Definitely hopeful he'll be there.
It might be a test for him because I remember last year after one of the games he kind of made a comment about Barisic being, he's like, I don't know, Barisic was rolling it about the ground too much that game or something like that. He kind of criticised him a bit for not being strong enough. I think maybe he's kind of left. He'll be wanting to see if Barisic is wanting to step up to the plate for the team this time. I think that was one of his criticisms last year, that he was always like, kind of playing that pitch, and he's like always injured for a sore toe and all that carry on. So hopefully he's put that kind of marker down for Barisic to just go through the pain barrier for us.
I think Barisic is a different player now from those days. Those days he was fighting with the manager and himself, I would imagine. He just couldn't maintain his form or fitness by the sound of it back then. He's now a different player. This season has been outstanding. For his own perspective, I think he's been outstanding, and most guys saw the improvement. And we've had 11 games in a row he played for us, and he never put a foot wrong hardly. So yeah, I think he's a big improvement on him on Barisic. I'm desperately keen to find out if he's going to be playing on Sunday, because we will need someone with his skills, seriously.
Is it a match-defining game on Sunday, do you think, in a sense that could it change your season if we win it?
Aye.
Or...
Sort of doubt. I mean, we're not going to obviously talk about what happened on Wednesday, but I mean, it wasn't a defeat, but
felt like one, Jimmy.
I did feel like one, but to lose on Sunday, I think would be a right kick in the home. So for me, it's a must win, which I'm confident of winning. Gary, I think, as I said earlier, I'm going for a high score in 3-2. So I think, I mean, will it define the rest of the season? Maybe no, but no, it's got to do something for our confidence. They might be a wee bit down after Wednesday, but they should be able to pick themselves up. Playing at Hampden Park against the puddle drinkers, you can't get any better than that. So they should go out there and show what they can do.
I'll tell you something, Jimmy, as well. It puts a bit of doubt in their mind. You know, you've got a lot of football to play between now and May. So it puts a bit of doubt in their mind. And for our players, it's the first bit of silverware. If they win on Sunday, it gives them a taste for it. They've won something. They know how it feels. They know how it feels together.
It'd be great to win it and just to see all the smellies lying about all apart and all the smellies all stunning and sitting where they are. Well, that's what they are, aren't they? I'm not being derogatory. I'm not using derogatory, but they're smelly people who don't use soap properly, because they're tatty munchers and that, so let's not beat about round the bush. We hate them, and you want to see them just all done after knowing. And like I said, our man there, Oxford, he keeps the wheels of industry going, and that he'll be love to get into his work on Monday morning with the bragging rights, So
aye, yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Ox is away for a wee spell just now, so he's asked me to jump in, but I'm sure you lot can handle it yourselves. I just want to say, Gary, have you got something you would like to say for Facebook, mate?
I just probably a shout out to Alan Arthur. He's a guy that's on constant on Facebook, and he puts in some good comments, and hopefully we'll be able to share a wee bit more going forward with what he's putting up and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff he's agreeing with the panel, which is good. So
was that Alan that was on just about 20 minutes ago? Is that the same Alan?
I don't know. He's not saying.
Maybe not. Okay, pal. That's fine.
I've read some of Alan's comments on Facebook. He writes a lot of good sensible stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Fox.
Aye, in you come.
Just when you were talking there, Fox, was the Lovenkrands Cup final. That was a League Cup final. Is that right, Jimmy?
What's that, pal?
Was the Lovenkrands Cup final? Was that a League Cup final?
Aye,
Was that
aye. That was a League Cup.
No, that was Scottish Cup.
Was it?
That was a Scottish Cup.
Scottish
Scored a double
Cup,
in the 90th minute.
Cup. That was Sigmates.
Him and Caniggia scored in the League Cup final when we beat them 2-1, and Big Hartson missed that penalty. That was the League Cup, George.
Aye. Was.
All right, it was a cup final anyway, and I mean, Ox made a good point there. He's talking about guys who became heroes, McCoy, and all these guys over the years have became heroes. And that day it was Lovenkrands that became the hero. But for me, honestly, you need guys that's got to become stand up and be leaders that day. For me, Barry Ferguson was a leader, and it's known as the Lovenkrands Cup final, the same as the Loudrup one when he ran amok in the cup final as well. So it's not just about the guys that score the goal, it's about leaders on the park and taking it to them and actually standing up. And if we stand up and a few other guys actually become leaders, they could become heroes, and we can actually do this, Jim. I really believe we can do it on Sunday.
Oh, I think we can, mate. Without a doubt, you know, it's there for us. I mean, we need to grasp it. I don't fear them. You know, as I say, take whatever happened out of the equation Wednesday night. I don't fear them. Some of the football we're playing this season is absolutely wonderful, and man by man, I think we're a far better team than they are. I mean, we stroke the ball about. We're a great team to watch. I mean, a great team to going forward. So I've no, excuse me, I don't have any fear. Don't have any fear at all.
It's a good subject you bring up. Who would you like to see be the hero on Sunday? And I'll start that off. I'd love to be Tav, mate. I'd love Tav to score the winner. No, because I beat the drum from. He's been with us a long time. People are doubting his mentality to be captain. And I would just like to see him score the winner and lift the cup on Sunday. Right, we'll go in the panel on that. Out of the team, we'll go to Ronnie first.
I would say Tavernier. I'd agree with you. Tavernier setting it up for Morelos, putting it in a plate for Morelos. Tavernier putting it in the line for Morelos, just put it in the net.
Gary?
Aye, exact same boat and probably the same reasons. Tavernier again. Just he's probably suffered the most out of all the players that's came back for us, and it would just be great for him to lift the cup for us.
I'll do it. We'll go to you, George. If George is still there, I don't know if you're looking after his dog there.
I can see your point, Fox, about Tavernier. I mean, he's been there a couple of years, he's a captain and things like that, and Ayew beat his drum. A lot of people didn't actually realise what he does for us on the park and things like that. For me, that's a good point. But everybody seems to beat wee Freddie with this. He can't score in the big games and things like that. European games he's been scoring. If that's not big enough, and then the finals big enough. So for me, wee Alfie, I would love wee Alfie to get the winner. But we've got a lot of guys in their team that can actually take the game with the scruff of the neck, Davis and Jack and things like that, Fox. So I would like wee Alfie to be the hero, but I think we need to get guys leaders on the park.
Can I come in, Fox?
Aye, you jump the queue, in you come.
Oh, sorry, pal, carry on. No, please.
No, in you come. You're in now.
You're in
right. I was going to say I absolutely agree 100% with Georgia. I hope Alfredo Morelos has another Hampden performance like he had the last one against the Hearts. And if he can score a goal against that mob, it will shut their mouth for a long time. They'll invent some other excuse to denigrate the guy, but they've been trying to denigrate him. They don't know anything about him. All they've done is, whenever he's played, he's been booted off the park. They've been trying to wind him up. And the only good thing about it is he actually decked Scott Brown, so that made a big difference for me anyway, But no. Okay, that's me.
Stardog.
Aye, I would love it to be Alfredo Morelos, mate, but Barisic free kick sounds world class, but there's only one person I would be more happy for to get the winner than Alfredo Morelos, and that would be Steve Davis. I'd love him to have one last hurrah in a final against them, because he scored the opener in the last final. We actually beat them, didn't he? Is that right enough? That was the last final we beat them. He scored the opener. So I would love him to have one last hurrah.
He scored in off the post, if I remember right.
That was a crazy game for posts.
Jimmy?
Well, you know I said 3-2, Fox, and I'm going for 2 goals for Alfredo Morelos and James Tavernier to score the winner in a 3-2, and I want him to hold the cup up and say to Sutton, "Get it right up, ye."
You beat me to it, Jimmy. That's exactly what I was going to say. Alfredo, you get the first 2, and Tavernier, an 18-yard right in the edge of the box, cracks it right into the top corner. 89 minutes.
Or a penalty kick.
Or a penalty kick, Jimmy. I'd love Tav to score the winner. I want to see Alfie getting a goal or 2 against him, obviously, but for obvious reasons, But I'd love, Tav's been on the end of some real drubbings after them, So for Tav to get the winner in a cup final, I think would be fantastic for him. It really would.
Can I just correct Stardog 2003 League Cup final was Claudio Caniggia and Peter Lovenkrands, mate.
That's what I said.
I think he was talking about the 2011 game, mate.
Aye, well.
When Jelic scored the winner in extra time. Was that the same game?
Stand corrected. On you go. All right.
Was that the Scottish Cup?
I was just meaning that.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what cup it was, but it was in the cup. Anyway.
The League Cup 2002-3.
Wee Vice took the free kick to him to score the goal. Extra time. For Jelic.
That was the last one, Bridge. That was 2011. That's the one. I think
that's what Fox said, 2011.
I think...
I said that was the last time we beat Celtic in a cup final was 2011, and Davis scored the opener that day. But I did say in 2003 we beat them 2-1, and Caniggia scored the first one and Lovenkrands got the winner. Or maybe it was even there by a bit. I think Lovenkrands got the first one.
No, Lovenkrands, he took the ball away. Took the ball, big mutton, and Mialby popped in the corner. Absolutely brilliant.
But that's another game you're thinking about, Bridge.
Oh, God,
the last game we beat them in the cup final. The last game we beat them in the cup final was the 2011 game, and Steve Davis opened it with a left foot strike foot side the box and off the post. I would love for him to get in there goal.
That's the one where Jelic scored off the post and Stephen Davis scored off the post. The ball went in off the same post.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't want to
just before we move on, and we're on a jolly mood, we've got to thank the other people that have a despondent time at this time of the year. And I want to give a shout out to young Sean, who lost his mum, Barbara, whose funeral is tomorrow. Her name is Barbara Keane, and they came for a true Blue Nose family. All our condolences for everybody at Rangers Radio goes out to Sean and his family.
Here, Fox. Here.
No. Any other subjects? I wasn't prepared for this tonight.
Where's Ox here? He's supposed to be the captain of the ship. I mean, I've just poured myself a blast vodka there.
He's had to nip out for a few moments, mate. Anyway, George? On you go, George.
I mean, for me, I said the other night there, we were. I think people were being a bit overconfident. 3s and 4s and things like that. Now, we played them after the park, Ibrox, but we didn't really go up there. You guys are a bit older than me, okay, and we've been up there a few times and give them a scudding, but we don't really go up there and give them a scudding. We go up there and we normally get a hard game because it's your cup final. But coming to this game now, we should be confident again because of the run we've had. we had a wee blip against Hearts as well. But we really have got a good enough team to stand up against anybody, folks. And I think if we play the right team and we go there with the right mindset, I think it was Jimmy said earlier, we kind of go with the same mindset as we played them in the league game. We've got to go there, and we're at the same standard as them now. We've got as good players as them now. Our striker's as good as their striker. Our winger's as good as theirs. We've got the best goalkeeper in the league. So for me, if we really want to win this, we really can win it. And if we need a leader like Tav going out there, Jack going out there, I think Jack's really important in the game for me. Steve Davis is really important. Who do you actually think is the most important player in the park for us? And
Ryan Kent.
You think so, Jimmy?
We didn't have Ryan Kent in the last game, but we've got him this game.
100%, Jimmy. If you look at all the all-form games last season, I think he was the difference between the two teams, mate, for me. I would 100% agree with that. He is, and he's always that player that shows up against them as well, so I'm excited to see him back against them, because I honestly think he gives them the fear.
Aye, I mean, okay, we know what he done to thing with the Lego Muncher and that, you know, so I mean, he gave him a dink, but we don't want him to do that. But I think he'll have a big part to play. Him and the two Ryans, Ryan Jack as well, and hopefully Stephen Davis is fit, because I think he's playing. I said the other night there, George, a lot of the football that Stephen Davis is playing, it reminds me of what he played when he was raised before. I mean, I know he's that bit older than that, but he's reading a game on the ball and off the ball is fantastic, and he'll be a big miss if he's not there. But for me, Ryan Kent is definitely a big player for us on Sunday. He performs. I've always said, I mean, okay, he doesn't score as many goals as we'd like him to score, but no, I want him doing that wing, banging balls in, and working along with Fred, and might be Aribo or Arfield, we don't know yet. And I'm looking forward to that. And let's hope that any battles in the midfield is won by Rangers. We need to be strong in there, really strong in that midfield, because we know what they'll like. They'll try and bully us, and we can't let them do that to us, George. Can't let them do that, mate.
What do you think, Bridge? Do you think they've actually got guys now? Because I know for a fact a few years ago we took drubbings and things like that, but do you think we've actually got players in our team who they actually fear now? We Alfie and Kent and things like that, because we never had that before. We used to fear them, but I think they've got something to think about now, Bridge, going into these games against them. Us.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think our midfield is excellent. And I think they'll fear every one of them, because their powerhouse is their midfield. Their midfield is, you know, that's their machine. That's the engine for them. And I think we've got, to be honest, the way we play, providing we turn up. So Ryan Kent will be a front player. I would say Ryan Jack would probably be our most important player for his tackling ability. I think that Stephen Davis, he's been an absolute star for us, and we need him to be on song, and Kamara's rising star, absolutely. So if he can,
I jump in there, guys?
And you come, Ronnie.
I'm just going to say.
Sorry, guys. Sorry to interrupt there.
As far as I'm concerned, these three midfield players will be the most important players for us, and I would suggest that Ryan Kent, he has to play, and he has to play at top of his game, because he'll break up all the games. He'll break it all up. That's what I say.
When you come, Ronnie?
Can I jump in? Aye, sorry, guys. Sorry to interrupt you there. Regarding the question was there, do you think they're worried about certain players of yours? That last game at Ibrox, where thankfully Steven Gerrard came out and admitted that after it, he got it wrong. He got it wrong, big style. I've never ever, and I said it when I seen the team sheet, and I said it after 10 minutes of watching the game, and I probably 90% of the Rangers fans thought the exact same thing. I've never ever seen a Celtic team go to Ibrox to sit in. Neil Lennon done that at Ibrox in that first game there, and he done it right for the full 90 minutes. He sat in and hit us in the break. We've never ever seen a Celtic team ever do that before. And that to me proves that he respected us. No, even though we got our tactics wrong that day, where it would be the players didn't do what Gerrard told them, or Gerrard got it wrong. That's irrespective now. But the point I'm trying to make is that he Neil Lennon went there and he was fear to Rangers and what they could do. He says, I'm going to sit in. And they did sit in. And they sat in for even when we won the date getting through them, they still sat in. They didn't change it to go more offensive. He still sat in for the full 90 minutes, make the 2 breakaways. Or one mistake in a breakaway.
I don't see him doing that on Sunday though.
No.
He'll not do that on
I
Sunday.
don't know so much. If Barazic plays, I think he might because he'll be scared. And I think see on Wednesday night, I'm of the mind that Barazic not been in affected Kent's game because Flanagan gives him nothing. And he's no right-sided player, so he always tends to go left. And we hadn't no having somebody coming up the left side for him. It totally affected his game. And as soon as Aberdeen nullified Flanagan, that was it. They put 2 players out wide, and it stopped Flanagan. Every time he got the ball, he went backwards with it. So and then Kent started to come in and go deep for the ball at the time.
Reading what I've been reading the last couple of days and what I've been listening to, Ronnie, is that they seem to be that they're putting all their stock on this Frimpong. I mean, I've not watched him because I don't like most of us. We don't watch the beggars and that, but seemingly he's a bit of a speed machine. But I mean, they're talking in the terms that I'm talking about the puddle drinkers fans and that, you know. They're talking in the terms that he's going to roast Rangers up that. I mean, he plays the right back, but he's got to get by Ryan Kent, Ryan Jack, and then hopefully it's Barisic. But if it's Flanagan, then Flanagan will clog him, but he'll stop him. So we need to be beware of them coming up for the right because he's only 19. This boy, seemingly, for what I've been reading, he's a bit of a speed machine. So we need to stop that happening. And we need to get the right personnel. I've seen the highlights of the boy against the last week, and he caused the first goal, and he wasn't too good at defending. No, he's a fair shout at going forward, but defending, he's got a lot of questions to answer. Right.
So I'm of the mind that Kent is going to roast him.
Well, I hope so, mate.
If we give Kent on the ball in the line, he's going to roast that boy. You know.
I don't think, Ronnie, we should be going on about them. We need to win the game for our side. Whatever.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's all right.
Whatever resistance.
All the media is all bumming him up, saying that he plays with. All the media is all bumming him up, saying, they love him because he's always smiling and everything. A smile doesn't win you a game, and they've all admitted that he's no played him, no defended yet. He's never come up against a player. And to me, I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. I've watched Kent now in every game he's come back since he's come back to us. I think that boy's chest out. If you've not noticed that, his chest is out as if he's saying, I'm a £7 million player.
Yeah.
And to me, he seems to. He's got this cockiness about him now when he gets the ball. That he doesn't care who's in front of him or whatever's in front of him. He knows he's going to beat him. I don't know if you have noticed that, but he just seems so more cockier this year than he did last. Have you noticed that?
He's up for it. Aye.
He's playing with confidence because he's back where he belongs. That's why, Ronnie. He fought like mad in the summer to get back here because I loved it, and he feels at home here. And a £7 million player for us is a big outlay, as loads of players said. You know, when we brought him in, we paid $7 million for him. There's some guys were even doubting where. I get the impression he's enjoying it. Sorry,
Ronnie,
bud.
Pal, there's a lot on the panel, mate. You'll need to give some.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, pal. Carry on, Rudy.
Aye, he's back. He's back at home. That's how he feels. He feels he's at home. He's appreciated. He knows the fans love him to bits. I just love him. I just love the guy. I think as the season goes on, I just think he'll get better and better. And next season and the season after, he's still a young player. He's got bags to learn, but he's the kind of player, Ronnie. He gets on the ball, you get up at your seat because you want to see what he's going to do. He goes past players for fun, like they're standing still. He uses his pace, he flicks the afterburners, and away he goes. You know what I mean? He'll cause havoc. If he's up for it on Sunday, which I think he will, because I think he's the type of player that plays on his confidence, and I think he's very confident at the moment. He'll probably not be able to sleep the night before that game. He'll be itching to get on that park. So he will. And that's why he's playing the way he is. He's back where he wants to be, Ronnie. He wants to be here with us. And he got his big move in the summer, at the end of the summer there. You know, he fought for it and he got it. So he's doing, and the fact we forked out £7 million for him, he's got to do it now, so he has, you know. He's got to do it. And he will.
Bridge, Ryan Kent, a big player for you on Sunday?
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's our most expensive player at the moment, and I think he's a wee star. Most assuredly, he's got wonderful skills. I just hope he brings them, and he plays similar to what he did in the cup final at Hampden, because it looks like he quite liked Hampden. So he's wonderful with movement down the wing and things like that. It's just a pleasure to watch. And I love the way he drops his shoulder and goes inside. It's just wonderful to see. He built up a wee partnership with Alfredo Morelos, and a great run down the wing, pass from him and away he got a wee header, away he went, cut the ball back, and Alfredo managed to put it in the net. That's the kind of thing we're looking for. So I think Kent's a very intelligent player, and by God do we need a very intelligent and a wonderful skilled player and a wee bit pace. That's what we need. Get him there, come on.
Jimmy, Kent produced enough for you so far?
Oh, definitely. I agree with what Ronnie says there. I mean, he's playing me a bit of a swagger than now. I remember I watched an interview when he could just come back to Rangers, and he was training on his own at Liverpool, and he was desperate to come back up, and I think that's shown in the way his attitude and that. So he's going to be one of our major players on Sunday. So for me, it's a 10 out of 10 so far for him, mate.
Gary, what's your thoughts on Ryan Kent?
Probably the best game I think he's had is the Hearts game in the semi-final so far. But I think he needs the team run about him to be playing well as well, for him to actually get today's skills, if you know what I mean. I felt like on Wednesday, because the team were horrendous, he was horrendous as well. So it just depends if we turn up on Sunday.
Well, dudes, the midfield will be the big talking point, I think, on Sunday. It'll be 3 from 4 if we're taking Davis to be fit. Aribo or Kamara, Jimmy, for you?
Kamara, mate. I think Kamara will give his mare.
What's your reasons for that, Jimmy?
I mean, Kamara for me can hold a ball better in there. And I just for that reason, although I thought Aribo had one of his best games in the Rangers jersey the other night, but I would go for Kamara.
Fair dues. Ronnie?
I would agree with that. I would say Kamara and Jack and Davis in the middle. I think Kamara didn't get up to speed in the first game at Ibrox. I think that was a big learning curve for him. I think this might be the game that will make him on Sunday.
Right. George, midfield for you?
I would normally say Aribo, but I think on Sunday I would probably go with Kamara. So that would be my 3 in the midfield. Fox, you've got to be quite confident with the 3 in your midfield. Jack, Davis and Kamara. I think that's where I would go with.
Okay. Rudy, is midfield where the game will be won and lost on Sunday for you?
I say that almost every week, Fox. If you win the game, if you win in the midfield, if you take control of the midfield, 9 times out of 10 you win the game for me, Fox. And I definitely go with Kamara. I like the way Kamara just quietly goes about his business. You know, he's fantastic at breaking up the play in the midfield and then moving the ball on at pace. That's what I really like about Kamara. I like Big Aribo. I think it'd be a great option to bring off the bench if needed. But I'd start, hopefully Davis is fit, ready to go. So it's got to be Davis, Jack and Kamara for me.
As we look about the team, we've got the 2 most experienced people on the park, and our goalkeeper are Alan McGregor and Steve Davis. Alan McGregor got to be on his game, boys.
Well, I think Alan McGregor saved us a few times this season, especially in Europe, and a few league games as well. I think he's playing at his skin. And saying that, sometimes he's a wee lapse of concentration. In a game, we don't want to keep going back to Wednesday, but I think he could have done better. But he's going to be pivotal in it. He has pulled off some world-class saves, so He will definitely be a big player for us in Sunday, Fox.
I think he's vital. George, you agree with that? Alan McGregor needs to be in tip-top form.
I think I agree with what Jimmy said there. He's had a thing with it, but I think he's world class, and some of the saves he's put after has been unbelievable. The full spine of your team, Fox, is going to be so important for the goalkeeper, Hollander, Davis, and then on to Fred. I think that's a good spine, and I think that's got to be the important bit. And I can't everybody saying about Ryan Kent and things like that, but for me, the spine of the team is starting at the back with McGregor is really important for Sunday.
Anybody else like to comment, Alan McGregor?
I think McGregor can be a match winner.
Sorry, Rudy. Sorry.
Sorry, Bridger. Just
Go on,
quick.
Tom, go on.
I think McGregor can be a match winner because they'll get chances, Fox, and they'll create chances. And McGregor can be a match winner for us, just as Alfredo could and Ryan Kent can be at the other end of the park. I think Alan McGregor's an outstanding keeper, and as Jimmy said there, he's pulled off some real world-class saves, and he saved us in some European games. Hopefully, he's totally... I mean, on the other leg there, I don't know, but he had a bit of a head stagger, and he came flying off his goal line right by the ball. And like, what's the deal? Like, where is he going? But that'll not happen Sunday, I'm sure. He's the best goalkeeper in Scotland, without a shadow of a doubt, Fox. And he's got to be on his game because he will create chances.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can say that, Rudy. I don't know how you can say that. when the goalkeeper across the city there is worth £165 million now.
I know, it's amazing, Bridget.
I just say, obviously, you're right, our goalkeeper is a wee bit of a clanger for their first goal, in my opinion. I've been wrong before. But I think if we get a performance from our goalkeeper like he did in the League Cup final, in the semi-final at Hampden, great performance, great marshal in defence, doing whatever he needs to do and making sure it all happens correctly in front of him, then that's what we're looking for. We're looking for his experience to hold the team together at the back and do the business. That's what I'm looking for. And our midfield will do their job. And if we can do the same as we did, as I say, in the semi-final against Hearts, then we'll be doing very, very well. Very well.
Well, guys, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with you. Sorry, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you because I hope McGregor gets a 5 in the match, and Hollander and Goulson get 9s because I hope they don't get anywhere near Alan. I hope he's too. I hope we don't get anywhere near him.
Well, that's exactly what it was at the semi-final against Hearts. It was exactly like that. No, he did was talk.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, guys. I hope they don't get anywhere near Alan. If the two centre-halves do their jobs and the full-backs do their jobs, Alan shouldn't be come into the equation, and he should be just be picking the ball up here and there. That's my.
Hope you're right, Ronnie.
Great. That's my best scenario, But other than that, see, coming back, sorry, I'm going to change the subject a wee bit here, guys, if you don't mind.
Aye, on you go.
Right, see, earlier on you were talking about defenders and that, about goals and stuff. I was listening in at the time, but I wasn't on the phone at the time. But I've watched Edmondson a few times, and to me, he's a bang-on young butcher. And I don't know why this young boy is not getting a chance.
Too young.
Edmondson. I've seen him a couple of times, and the boy is really good. He's so classy on the deck, and he's a monster in the air. And he's built like a brick shit house, if you excuse my pun.
Yellow card.
The boy is he looks the part and he plays the part, and I don't know why we're not. If I was him, I would be disappointed as to why I've not had a chance yet.
I think it's like all teams. Some people are brought in to learn before they.
The person you're calling is on another line.
Sorry about that. That was a caller coming in there, but lost him.
Has anybody else watched Edmondson?
I like him, Ronnie, but I think he's one for.
Aye.
He's too young. He would never Stephen Gerrard's been running the game too long. He knows that Goulson and Hollander have got too much experience, and that's how you always go with him.
It's not so much that he's too young, mate. It's the fact is at the game time. I mean, look when the last time Edmondson played. You know, so I mean, I think if he'd have been getting a regular game, then no. But he's, you know, I rate him. I think he's solid. I think he's a cracking unit. I think he's going to be a great player for us. But
he's got a fair bit of pace about him.
He has got a good bit of pace, right? And that's something that Hollander doesn't have.
Yep.
Sometimes he looks as if he's dragging 6 attackies behind him. You know, so he hasn't got it. But no, unfortunately, the boy Edmondson's not got the chance, as Jorge is. Stardog calls him. But I think
he's. Hold on, guys. We've got George and a new caller. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
What's your name, pal? And what's your point?
Callum.
Hello, how are you doing, Callum? What's your point, pal?
Listen, my point is that I think that we should be thinking about playing Cartage and Edmondson on Sunday.
Why is that, Callum?
I think because of the Wednesday night. I think Wednesday night was atrocious, and I think we should be thinking about changing it. I really do.
Close to the cup final, Callum, to sort of bring 2 young players in. I mean, I like Cartage and Edmondson. I like both of them. I think they're really good young players, the 2 of them. But do you not think it's too close to a cup final to bring 2 young players in and put them at centre?
Maybe. I'll be honest with you, maybe. But I think Edmondson going the way I think Celtic will go. I think Edmondson is a unit. I really do. I think Edmondson is going to marshal it, and I think Cartage. We all know what Cartage is like. We all know what Cartage is going to. You know, I just think Goulson and Helander is dodgy. You know, it's really dodgy. And come Sunday, and I think. You know, I know that Gerrard probably no play them. I understand that, but for me personally, I think that you should go with them. I really do.
Anybody else like to comment on that?
I think it's too big a game. It's too big a game to change that vital part of the team. I know we were all disappointed at what we were watching the second half. Well, the first goal especially, for me, was the worst out of the 2 of them. But I think against the puddle drinkers at Hampden, I can't. No, I did say that my change would be probably Katic if they're going to play French Eddie. I'm hoping Barisic is going to be a bit. Callum, I wouldn't change it too much. I rate Edmondson, but I think it's too big a game and too soon for him to be thrown in at the deep end, mate. And I think if anything happened in the game and the boy done something that it wasn't, it cost us the cup, we'd all be on here crucifying the guy, and that's no right. I wouldn't like to see him in that position.
I do. Listen, I understand that. I totally understand that. I do. But I think after Wednesday night, I think that there needs to be changes in the defence. Definitely. There needs to be changes in the defence. There has to be. You can't have. I mean, I watched that game on Wednesday night, and it was horrendous. The defending was horrendous, and I think that we've got 4 good central defenders. We've only got 2. We've got 4. And
we've got 6. We've got 6.
Ah, right, okay.
But maybe 4 out of 6. So understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I understand that. But for me personally, I mean, if I was Cartage and Edmondson, I'd be knocking on Stephen Gerrard's door. I really would be. I'd be knocking his doors.
I think they understand that they 2 are the most experienced out the central back partnership, mate, and I think the younger guys will just have to wait their time. Anyway, moving on. Moving on for the centre backs. Thanks very much, Callum.
No problem, buddy. No bother.
See you later.
See you later, buddy.
Cheers. The referee, Willie Collum, on Sunday, mate. I think he'll have a big part to play in it. Right, who wants to start first?
Let the bridge go.
It's not just Column.
Oh, right, Bridge, come on, get in there.
Bridge.
Oh, okay, Willie Collum will have a massive impact in the game. If he does what he's done in the past, then we're in for a torrid time. He's very similar to Cheating Beaton, and he turns a blind eye to what you could call stonewall decisions for going towards Rangers, and that could be for the stupidest free kick right up to a penalty. And he's done it again. He's done it before for us, or against us, should I say? And I don't expect that to change. We need to keep tight, watch what we're doing, and try to get the clean decisions so that he's got nothing to say about it. Because I think he's a disaster referee for us, and I thought the same about Beaton, a disaster referee, and it proved right. We should have got a penalty the other night, never got it. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
Jimmy?
I think of a big part, but I don't think we should get too deep into what the Gollum's going to do. So let's Rangers go and play football the way we know we can, and let's see what happens. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the first tackle, if it's an early badging, and who it's for, and how he reacts for that. So that'll tell us a lot how the game will pan out, Fox, for me.
No bother. Gary, you any thoughts on it?
Just like Jimmy there, it's got to be the same both sides, isn't it? I think he's been a consistent bad referee throughout the league, so I think we'll just need to play our game, and as long as we do what we do, we should be alright.
Fair enough. Anybody else a last comment on it?
I think Colin, I think he was a bad referee, Fox, and I've no changed. I watched him some of his decisions in a European game, and wow, honest, how he gets the European games is totally beyond me, because his decision making in the European games is every bit as bad as it is in Scottish football. I think he's just a disaster of a referee, but you could add another five of them to that list for me as well. So, as Gary says, own and play our game. A nice clean game and play good football. That's what we've got to do.
Ronnie?
I don't think we stand a chance on Sunday against. It's not so much Column, as your man saying there, European games. He's proved he's just as bad in Europe, but he excels out here with his bad decisions, especially against us. But it's not so much. I'm more concerned about his whole co-pilots as well. He's got a whole crew there that has never done us any favours whatsoever, any season ever.
Fair enough.
And it's his linesman, the fifth official, the fourth official, you name it. Every one of them that's been named there has got leanings, and that. So I don't think it's going to matter whether we're 100% squeaky clean. We're going to have some bad decisions against us. We'll need to win easy and win real easy.
Fair enough,
Sunday.
mate. George, were you coming in there?
Aye, for me, I think it was Ox that said it earlier on about boxing clever and being smart in the game. I think we have been pretty smart this season compared to last season, folks. We're going to have to be clever again. Let's not make it referee. Let's make it about us. And if there's any decisions to be made, it's for the other side. I think we can be clean. If you want to do that again, we can do that. We can be the fancy stuff. Fox, Ox always says, if we take the dancing shoes or the working boots, I think we'll take both of them. However they want to play it, we'll play it. But I think our team's definitely clever enough now not to rise to certain things. We maybe rise to last year or the year before, Fox.
Right, we were inside the last 5 minutes of the show now, so has MD on the call got a ticket for Sunday? And there's a big no to that, so Jimmy, go to you.
Is there any going? Is there any going, Fox?
No, a rabbit
No.
have it. Anyway, Jimmy, what's your ritual for Sunday?
For Sunday, I've just noticed that there's the BT thing is starting for 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. They're running a big thing, but I'm going to have a couple of early refreshments. I had a wee text from my good friend Stevie for the drum. The drum chap with Prairie Boys are playing up the Orange Halls before and after the game, as far as I know. And there's a wee shindig after it, a wee sash bash. So that's my Sunday sorted. So hopefully the first tune they plays after the game is Championes.
Right, Bridge, what's your ritual?
Go on yourself, but I'll be in the house. I'll be watching on BT Sport from 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, watching the sort of build up. And let's hope it all goes nicely for us. I want to be 6 hours of happiness. And we're really over the moon when it's finished. Over the moon. That's
Don't forget half ye's are on here on Sunday.
Oh yes, of course. You've not told us about it yet.
George, what's your ritual, mate?
He's only sober one day on Sunday.
I really take it as it comes. I'm not just saying that. When I get up, I mean, I'll be in tatters. I don't care how good a team I've got, how bad a team I've got. You get into these games, say it's the Monday or the Tuesday at the start of the week, you think, oh, we'll see how it goes Wednesday, Thursday. Come the Friday, you're buzzing, you think you're going to destroy them. Saturday, Sunday, you'll probably not sleep no more at night. And then come the Sunday, you'll be absolutely buzzing for it. And during the game, folks, I don't actually realise what happens during the game. I just love these games. I love playing against them. And earlier on, we were saying about big heroes. We need guys like me in the team. Somebody hates them. We need guys that hate them and don't want to lose against them. And that's what I want on Sunday, folks.
Gary?
A few of us always head up to the Masonic for the games.
Oh, aye. Yeah. Open early, is it?
Aye.
You don't have to say what area, Gary. Will it be open nice and early for you?
Special keys.
Right.
Love it.
Good man. Like it.
So you'll be watching it with a group of your pals, pal?
I will be, aye.
Lucky man. For myself personally, we try to recover being out with auction this Saturday, so I might sleep in for it on Sunday.
Just keep going, just keep drinking.
I'll be up for my Sunday morning fry up, Fox, as normal.
I'll see you in your food, boy.
Oh, I know, Bridge. Sunday morning fry up, I'll be doing my neck, and then like Gary, I'll be off out to my club with some of the guys to watch the game.
I've got a question for you, Rudy.
Aye.
Right. I noticed in Rangers Radio, the follow, that they've highlighted that Mr. Sutton's been out saying things. And guess who he's talking about? Just have a guess who he's talking about.
He'll be talking about Alfredo, surely.
He's targeted Tavernier.
Oh, Tavernier, sorry.
Yeah. He'll still be talking about Rangers anyway. In the negative, of course, you know.
Do you ever read any Rangers forums, you?
Follow, I've just told you it's on follow.
Right. Ronnie, finally, what's your ritual for tomorrow?
Sunday, Rana.
Sunday,
I'll be doing a bit. Sunday morning, I'll be doing a bit of spooning first, and then I'll be making a breakfast.
Well, at least you were honest.
Well, I don't want to tell lies, you know.
Barry White.
If she does this, if a spooning happens, she gets a fry up, you know. So if it doesn't happen, she gets a toast. So
for all you younger listeners out there, Ronnie's actually talking about having Rice Krispies or cornflakes.
Absolutely, aye.
Right, enough
good.
of
She
that.
gets sugar on it.
Enough.
No, a bit of spooning, and a big fry up.
Enough, pal. Enough. Don't say any more.
Anyway,
we'll get us to jail.
Came at that time of the night, so it's over to you, Bridgeman.
Well, what can I say? What a marvellous evening, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Real good conversations, good topics, and big shout out to Oxterry, who unfortunately has missed it. And if there's anybody still in this world got a spare ticket for the Guinness Cup final, I'm here. Keep it for the Bridgeman. I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers really need a massive game coming up Sunday. We need to win. Go and get them, Rangers. Mollocate them.
Well, thanks to everybody that took part tonight, all the callers, those on the panel. We'll be back on Sunday at 1:45 for a cup final special, and also be back on air 15 minutes after the final whistle. So it's good night for me and good night from everybody else here. Take it away, Old School Blue.